What is going on, everybody? In this video, I will be going through 10 week 3 games that has a team on upset alert. And for a team to be on upset alert, they have to at least be a 4-point favorite in the game. I will also be predicting the score for each of these games, and I will also predict the spread and the over-under for these 10 games. Now let's start off at number 10 with the game that is less likely to have an upset, but this game still made it on upset alert, and that game is Colorado versus Colorado State. This game will be played Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This game was a lot of fun last year, and I have a feeling it's going to be a great game again. And if you look at what happened last year, Colorado almost lost that game. They had to come back from behind. And this year, Colorado State has the game at home. Both these teams are 1-1, and both of these teams have some good offensive upside. I really like what Colorado State has returning. They returned their quarterback from last year, and they returned one of the top group of 5 wide receivers in Tory Horton. So I like Colorado State to keep this game somewhat close, and Colorado is definitely on upset alert in this game. But I do think Colorado is going to play better than they did last year. Last year, Travis Hunter got hurt in this game. I expect him to have a great game and not get injured. So give me Colorado 38-24. I have Colorado covering the spread, and I have the over in this game, but Colorado is definitely on upset alert in this game. The next team I have on upset alert is Houston, and they play Rice this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now last year, Rice actually upset Houston and they beat them in overtime. Houston is projected to be one of the worst teams in the Power 4, and they are perfectly on track. Right now, Houston is 0-2 and they already lost to a group of 5 teams, so they desperately need to beat Rice. But Rice isn't a terrible team. They return a lot of defensive production from last year, and Rice should be a bowl team at the very least. I do think Houston will bounce back and beat Rice. I don't think they'll lose to Rice back-to-back seasons, and Houston does have this game at home. Give me Houston 28-17 in this game. I have Houston covering the spread, and I have the over in this game. But Houston has a legitimate shot at starting 0-3, and they are on upset alert in this game. The next team I have on upset alert is Oklahoma, and they play Tulane. This game will be played Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, last week, Oklahoma really struggled against Houston, and Tulane has some good offensive upside. I really like what I have seen from their freshman quarterback, Mensah. And Tulane nearly beat a pretty good Kansas State team last week. So if Oklahoma has a sloppy performance like they did last week, Tulane could absolutely upset Oklahoma in this game. Jackson Arnold really struggled last week, and the offensive line does not look that good for Oklahoma. But I do think the defense should do enough to win them this game. They should play better than they did against Houston last week. So give me Oklahoma 27-19, but I definitely have Tulane covering the spread, and I have the under in this game. This is definitely a game that Oklahoma needs to come out to play, or they are on upset alert. The next team that I have on upset alert is Sam Houston, and they play Hawaii. They play Hawaii at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. This is a game that probably doesn't get talked about enough, but I definitely could see Hawaii winning this game. Hawaii returns a lot of production from last year, and they actually have some offensive upside, and their quarterback is pretty solid. The analytics obviously like the Sam Houston team. They did have a good start to the season, beating Rice, which was surprising to some people. But I really don't expect Sam Houston to be great this year. Maybe they make a bowl game, but they are a new team to the FBS. And I do like this Hawaii team. They competed with UCLA last week and they almost beat them. But I'm going to say Sam Houston does pull it off at home. Give me Sam Houston 23-20. I have Hawaii covering the spread, and I definitely have the under. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Hawaii won this game. But I do like what Sam Houston has defensively, so I do think they can get it done at home. The next team I have on upset alert is Kansas, and they play UNLV this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Last year, this was a high-scoring game. Kansas won it 49-36, and this was a bowl game last year. Both of these offenses were really good last season, but I'm actually thinking this is going to be more of a low-scoring game. UNLV and Kansas both look like they have taken a step forward defensively, especially UNLV. They lost their quarterback, Jada Mayava, but they have a great wide receiver, and the offense is still good. But their defense has impressed me. UNLV is off to a hot start. They are 2-0 right now, and if Kansas does not come out to play in this game and they're still feeling the effects from last week's game against Illinois, they could struggle. I do like Jalen Daniels and Kansas to get it done at home. There's no way Jalen Daniels is going to play that bad back-to-back weeks, and UNLV shouldn't be as good defensively as Illinois was. This will be a very exciting matchup, and this is a must-win game for Kansas, so I do think they will get it done. Give me Kansas 31-23. I have them barely covering the spread, and I have the under in this game. Like I said, I expect it to be a little bit more low scoring than it was last season. Both these defenses have taken steps forward in my opinion, and Kansas is definitely on upset alert in this game. The next team I have on upset alert is LSU, and they play at South Carolina in a very tricky game. They play at 12 p.m. Eastern Time this Saturday, and this is a huge opportunity for South Carolina to pull off the upset. They have the game day appearance for this game, so game day chose to go to South Carolina's home place. And this is a big chance for South Carolina to make a statement early in the season and move to 3-0. They're coming off a big win against Kentucky, beating them 31-6. A lot of people have slept on this South Carolina team. A lot of people don't believe Shane Beamer can turn it around, but the defense has looked pretty solid and they have some offensive talent. Lenore Sellers at quarterback will have to be the X factor in this game, and I do like South Carolina to keep this game close. They have it at home. They are going to come out to play in this game. But I do think because LSU did lose to USC in week 1, they will come out to play in this game, and they will not sleep in this game because they desperately need to win this game or they will be starting 1-2. The analytics like South Carolina in this game. LSU only has a 51.5% chance to win. I could really see this game going either way, and this is a huge game for both of these teams to get the momentum heading in the right direction, and this could really be a season-changing win for both of these teams. LSU is lucky that they do not have this game on the road at night because South Carolina usually plays really good in night games. So because it is a 12 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff game, I do think LSU can get it done in a tough road environment. Give me LSU 31-28, but I do have South Carolina covering the spread, and I have the over in this game. This is definitely a game that LSU is on upset alert though. In these last 4 games, I am outright picking the upset. Now let's start off with the game between Washington and Washington State. This game will be played Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I definitely have Washington on upset alert in this game. Washington State has surprisingly impressed me this season. Their offense looked really good. They put up 70-something points against Portland State, and they really controlled the game against Texas Tech and beat them last week. Washington State has a quarterback in John Mateer that leads the country in rushing yards for quarterbacks. And I really think Washington might have had too big of a turnover from last season. They lost their head coach, they lost 11 starters, and they lost a bunch of their team. Washington State, on the other hand, I really like what I have seen from this team. I could absolutely see this game going either way, but I am taking Washington State in the upset, 31-27. I have Washington State definitely covering the spread, and I have the over 55.5 for this game. The next team I have on upset alert is Texas A&M, and they play at Florida this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think Florida does get it done at home and wins this game 27-24. I have Florida covering the spread, and I have the over in this game. I could really see this game going either way. A lot of people might overreact because of how bad Florida lost to Miami, but I really think Miami is just a good team. I picked Florida to upset Texas A&M in the preseason, and I'm sticking with that pick. I really overhyped this Texas A&M team a little bit. I had them ranked in my top 25, which I shouldn't have. I had too much faith in Mike Elko. He is a great coach, but this Texas A&M team has not been great in the SEC over the last couple of years. They're an okay team, but I actually like Florida to win this game at home. DJ Lagway should get the job done at quarterback. And Texas A&M really hasn't impressed me. They did not look great against Notre Dame, and they really struggled to move the ball. Connor Wigman did not look good at all. So I'm going to go with the upset in this game. Give me Florida winning this game. The next team I have on upset alert is Florida State, and they play at Memphis this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And a lot of people might be expecting Florida State to bounce back. There's no way they can play that bad 3 weeks in a row, right? They did have a bye week, so they should play better. But I don't think so. I really think Florida State is not a great team, and they will struggle to make a bowl game this year. The defense looks to have taken a step back, and they do not look good at the line of scrimmage at all. DJU is what DJU is. He's not a great quarterback. And Memphis is a group of 5 team that might make the playoffs. They have great offensive upside, and they have a really good quarterback who should get the job done in this game. I hate to say it, but I really think Florida State is going to lose another game and start 0-3. Give me Memphis in this game, 30-24. I have them covering the spread, and I have the over in this game. Florida State is in complete shambles right now, and they are definitely on upset alert in this game, and I think they will outright lose it. And the last team I have on upset alert is Arizona, and they play Kansas State at home this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I definitely think Arizona is going to win this game. Give me Arizona in this game, 38-31. I definitely have them covering that touchdown spread, and I have the over in this game. I picked Arizona to win in the preseason despite me picking Kansas State to actually win the Big 12. I'm still sticking with Kansas State to win the Big 12, but I'm still sticking with Arizona to win this game. Kansas State's pass defense really struggled against Tulane last week, and they are going to be playing against an even better pass offense with Noah Fafita and Tetairoa McMillan. Arizona is more familiar with these Friday night games, and I think they are going to go off in this game and have a great offensive performance. I know they only put up 20 points last week, but they did score 60 points in week 1. I still trust this Arizona offense. The defense has some question marks, but I do think they can do enough to beat Kansas State. They have this game at home. It's on a Friday night. Give me Arizona in this game by a touchdown. I know this was kind of a quicker video, but that is going to do it for today's video. You guys let me know which teams you have on upset alert down in the comments below. But let me remind you guys to like the video and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you guys love college football, then you'll love this channel, because we upload a ton of college football content and we basically cover everything on this channel, so definitely consider subscribing. And also consider checking out my socials down in the description below. But that is going to do it, guys, and peace out.